is something we completely missed, and I thought it would be important just to go over it. I don't know how important it is, but it's cool. 5 NBA teams that have improved the most during 2024 off season. So let's see here. So we have the Detroit Pistons. Notable additions: Ron Holland, Tobias Harris. Wait a minute. Okay. Try to make sure it was right. Tobias Harris, Beasley, Tim Hardaway, Paul Reed, JB Bickerstaff. That's a lot of names I was not aware were additions to the Pistons. Not gonna lie to you. Losses: Wiseman, Monty Williams, and Quentin Grimes. All right. You got the New York Knicks. New York Knicks were already pretty doggone good, but they got Mikal Bridges, Cameron Payne. Mikal Bridges is really gonna help. He's really gonna help. They needed that. Bates Diop. I was never a big fan of him when he played for the Spurs. Chatter Cody as Chris Paul is number 3. Yes, he's number 3. Yep, he's number 3. And Keldon is number 0, I believe. Oklahoma City Thunder. You have Hardenstein, Alex Caruso, Topic, and Dylan Jones. That's pretty big. Philadelphia 76ers, Paul George, Caleb Martin, Andre Drummond, Eric Gordon, and Reggie Jackson. That's huge, getting Paul George. I still don't think it's enough, though. And then the San Antonio Spurs at number 5. So we made the top 5. And it wasn't that many additions, but God, isn't it great that it's just such quality additions? It's like every move that the Spurs make is smooth, smart, and methodical, okay? Every single one of them. You lose Devontae Graham and you gain Chris Paul, Stephon Castle, and Harrison Barnes. Like, this is just the perfect scenario for us, right? I mean, yeah, we didn't swing like crazy. I think a lot of fans weren't even hype about the idea of getting Trae Young. I thought it would be a good idea. But, you know, adding Chris Paul, Stephon Castle, and Harrison Barnes, obviously great addition. Even intertwining with each other, right? Harrison Barnes is a position that we need right now. He's more than likely going to be a placeholder for a year or two. But Stephon Castle, he is a position we definitely need. We need a point guard. He's a combo guard. But it intertwines with each other because Chris Paul is really going to help him the same way that he helped SGA. And Stephon Castle is very similar to SGA with his measurements and the way that he plays. And then obviously Chris Paul is Chris Paul. I don't even have to justify why that's a good pickup. Let's see. Chris Paul is nearing the end of his career, but can still run an offense and serve as a playmaking upgrade over Jones. The 39-year-old averaged 11.9 points, 4.1 rebounds, 7.3 assists, and shot 44.2% from the 3 in his 18 starts with the Golden State Warriors last season, and has yet to register negative swing ratings in his 19 years. That's crazy. And then Stephon Castle was the number 4 overall pick in the draft and gives Wembanyama another guard he can play off of in the pick and roll. He's got size and skill to make an immediate impact defensively as well. And we already said that. That's huge, man. That's actually a really big deal. I'm glad that we're on this list. We're making a lot of lists lately. I mean, the good type of list, not the other type of list, not the bad type of list, not the Drizzy Drake type of list. What's that? Castle will take on assignments like Luka and SGA, bigger point guard. Not saying Sohan can't. I don't think Sohan isn't a point guard. Okay, I mean, I will say that with all. I mean, you got to be honest. He's not a point guard. He's not going to be able to handle that type of responsibility. But on occasion, he can do it. Just like in college, it was kind of the same deal. But I do believe he became a better passer as the season went on because of the role that Popovich thrusted him in at the beginning of the season. Cool stuff, though. Cool stuff. I'm excited.